So we kind of built this to address a pain point we found when helping such users go live with their Isomer site. So typically, this process is quite tedious. It involves a three-way discussion between the public officer wanting to go live with their website, the Isomer support team, and the government agency's IT department. So all this happens over the course of like 1 to 3 working days to basically link the Isomer site to a nice domain name. And if the agency wants to use a domain name quite similar to the one you see at the top of the slide, that kind of they will basically have to pay a small annual fee on top of that, which is not very practical if you're trying to build a site just for a very temporary thing, like say a website for an event. So what we realize is that if we limit the public officer to choose a domain in what the domain name that he can choose, we can actually simplify the process quite a bit and automate it. So in this new process, what happens is that the public officer would submit a Form S3 form directly to the Isomer support team. And the form will basically limit the public officer to choose a domain name that ends with by.gov.sg. Once the Isomer team does its due diligence, checking with the public officer superiors and whatnot, they will click a button, click a link, and the website then goes live, just like that. And on top of that, because of the way it's kind of built, there's absolutely no cost to the government agency for this process. So let me quickly take you through what the public officer sees from his perspective. So he goes online, goes to the form, fills in his personal details. Crucially, he starts entering details about the Isomer site, things like, say, where the repository on which the Isomer source files currently live. He will then pick a domain name that ends in by.gov.sg. Just to emphasize, it's crucial that he kind of chooses a domain name that kind of ends in by.gov.sg to take advantage of the simplified process and the automation that comes with it. So once all this happens, the site, okay, and yes, of course, as part of the process, he needs to prove he's human and choose the characters in the form. And once all this happens, the site will come live about 20 to 30 minutes later. And if you want a living example of this, you can click on the link, visit the QR code, and that's it. So if you're an Isomer user, this feature is available for you now. Just talk to the Isomer team. This is Isomer Launch. Thank you for your time.